The epic and unbeatable at Scrabble. The nerds with attitude.
Let's do this shit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we know how Isaac feels. That man is the one that's happy-go. Isaac is the sunshine. He's the buttercup of the group. And whenever he feels some type of way about something, you know. You know, man. Welcome to the N.W.A. Nerds with Attitude. You read the title. We're gonna talk about YASAKE. That black anime. That black samurai anime. So YASAKE also, for those who don't know, it was a legit black African samurai in this time. He's a legit person in history. And this show was, from what my understanding was, it was marketed as it was based off his life. And I will tell you this straight up. I went into this straight up blind. I knew it was about a black samurai, which I was hyped about because I was like, well, it's gotta be better than Afro because I hate that with a passion. And I was thinking it was going to be historical. That's what I was thinking. I was the most anime thing it was probably gonna do was like it was gonna be. I was expecting like a black Samurai Champloo or a black Rurouni Kenshin. That's what I was thinking. It was gonna be something like that. I turn on the first episode and in the first 5 minutes I'm seeing giant robots, people shooting magic and stuff, and I'm like, what
is this show?
I just was like, but what? And I know, buddy, the dude who made this, LaShawn Thompson, is that his name?
LaShawn Thomas, yeah.
Thomas. I know he is the dude who also did Boondocks, and I know he likes anime and all that junk because he did do what is the children? I mean, yeah, he did. Cannonbuster's trash, but that theme song hits. However, and I know he also did Children of the Eden too, which was an interesting thing too. But like the thing about LaShawn Thomas's at least anime projects, he doesn't like focus on the characters. Let's say that.
Yeah. And
that's what this like really hurt. Like, once I got past the fantasy things, because like it's like two different animes in one. Like you get the kind of historical thing with the flashbacks of YASAKE, and then you get the fantasy elements. And once I got past that, I was like, okay, cool, whatever. But this whole show is called YASAKE, but this man YASAKE is a side character in his own show. I don't know if y'all two feel the same way about that, but like he feels like a side character in his whole show. And the dude who plays him, Lakeith Stanfield, sure, he's an amazing actor. He is an amazing actor. He is a terrible voice actor. Terrible.
Oh, I'm so glad you're saying all of this because I was thinking all of this while I was watching it. Which, by the way, I texted Noah about it the other day because I couldn't keep it to myself anymore. This show was so boring, I got up and cooked a whole meal during one of the episodes. and I felt like I didn't miss anything. I came back and started watching it and I was like, alright, I don't even really care about what I missed. Because I probably just missed people standing around or looking at each other. Or somebody being perplexed about the fact that Yasuke's skin is actually black, and they try to like clean it off or something.
Like
I was just like,
that.
What's up with this show, dude?
The cleaning of his skin that actually happened.
Yeah, that actually did happen. Yeah,
like in real life.
That happens in real life. That happened in real life, but it was just disappointing. This was very disappointing. It wasn't what I was expecting, and even with what happened, there's still like it went. When I say it went full blown anime, it went full blown anime. We got Russian werebears. We got a robot with prototype on his chest, a straight up robot. We have a Japanese scythe wielding chick. We got a black shaman dude, and then we got the devil church. Like I don't. Isaac, you can continue to say anything else.
I just like my thing about this show. You were saying he doesn't really like when he writes his shows. He doesn't really care about the characters. I could tell that because like that band of mercenaries or whoever they were, man, like they were so cool when they first showed up, and I was like, oh, yeah, these characters are kind of dope. And then all of a sudden, they just started dropping like flies. I'm like, what? Like, we watched the Demon Pope get impaled by the cross. I was like, all right, come up it. And then they show up for the final battle, which I don't. That final battle feels like it came out of nowhere.
It did.
Because like a lot of this show feels like it comes out of nowhere. And I don't. Maybe it's just me, but I can't stand the theme song. Like, I don't like that kind of music. I was watching it and I was like, this theme song just doesn't even fit.
Dang, I thought that was the best thing about the show.
Nah, the theme song was trash too. I skipped it. I listened to it once. It was like I don't mind the ambient music or anything, because I know what's his name who did it. I was trying to say Dragon Soul. That is not his name. Black Lotus.
Black Lotus.
Yeah.
The Flying Lotus
or Flying Lotus.
The dude that did the music for this.
Yeah. Like some of the music. It did sound like some of it was just like it. He just ripped off RZA from Afro Samurai. That's what it sounded like. Some of it was like some of the fights and everything. And the show looks beautiful. It does look beautiful. Like the animation looks nice. The backgrounds are really good. And then the sword fights, when they're fighting with the swords and everything, is great. Everything else though, the story, I feel like this happened way too long. For one, the way it ended made no sense. And I also feel like it shouldn't have been a show. Yes, it should have been a movie. It should have been an hour and a half movie. They could have cut out a lot of the stuff and made this an hour and a half movie. And I mean, because this was originally supposed to be a movie. It was supposed to be a live action movie, and Chadwick Boseman was going to play Yasuke.
It was supposed to be Yasuke, yeah. I remember.
And I guess with his passing and everything, it went from live action movie to anime, which nothing is wrong with that. Like I love animation and all that genre. It just I hate to rag on the show, but like there's not too many good things about the show. Noah, you can say something.
I liked the theme song. I mean, it's not gonna go on none of my playlists or nothing, but I thought it was a cool song. The music is probably the best thing about this show for me. I thought the Flying Lotus did an amazing job with the music. What's the guy's name? LaShawn Thomas? Is that his name? He needs to take a course in writing because he can animate shit beautifully. But when it comes to making a story and writing it, he's awful.
Wasn't he one of the main writers for Boondocks?
No, he was one of the animators, directors.
Okay.
Yeah, he had nothing to do with the story, and it shows because Cannon Busters.
Yeah, Cannon Busters.
Cannon Busters was so much better. It's funny because I hate them both, but this made Cannon
Busters is better. Yes, I would I would rewatch Cannon Busters before I rewatch this.
The story is so generic. I was like, yo, I didn't see no trailers, so when I saw the robots, I was like, what the fuck is going on? But listen, this is my biggest thing about the whole show. I swear, I had to go back my first watch, I fell asleep on it, so I was upset when I woke up, and I had to rewatch it just so I can, get all the. My fiance woke me up. That's the only reason why I woke up. All right, but episode 4. When he delivers the girl to the teacher, and then at the end of the episode, and the teacher was like, "Yo, you should stay and help us fight," and he was like, "No," that's not what I do no more. He was like, "I got a boat to fix," but the next episode, he's helping them fight.
Well, at the end of that episode, at the end of episode 4, as he's leaving. He leaves the gate and everything, and then he sees the Daimyo's army coming, and he was like, looks like I gotta fight now. So he goes back to tell them, and that's why he's part of the team and everything there.
That's okay. Maybe I just interpret that shit wrong then, because I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because he was about to bounce. He was straight up going to bounce, and then he gets to the gate of the city and everything. Of the town where they are, and he gets out the gate because he took down 2 little daimyo dudes. And he gets out the gate. He gets out the gate and he sees it, and I was like, "Well, damn. Well, looks like I'm fighting today." And he comes back.
Yeah, I misinterpreted it because I was so fucking confused. I was like, "Did I miss something? Why did they do that?"
The whole time, I feel like it would have been better if they gave him power. Or they gave him some kind of ability, or the girl could have project the power onto him, or something like that.
They just LaShawn needs to take a class in writing 101 because he can animate beautifully. He has some great ideas.
I mean, Mappa is the anime studio that did this. Listen,
dog, I know, but listen, when he has control of the writing and stuff, it comes out fucking terrible.
And one of my biggest gripes is like 2 of my biggest gripes were the pacing of it, like this when you're going back and forth to the flashback thing. There was no real indication like, oh, we're in a flashback now, like because I'm just like, what's going on? Why are we now back in historical times and everything? There wasn't a lot explained. And then my second biggest thing, the biggest thing, is the little girl, Saki. The little girl's adopted mother. That bitch is still alive, but we don't see her no more. She's still alive.
I thought she died.
No, the only thing that happened was her arm got blown off somehow. It got chopped off, and it barely was on. It was barely hanging on.
Then I thought Suki did that.
And then Suki did the blast thing and blasted everybody away. But it didn't because everybody got engulfed in the blast, including the mom. But we don't see the mom no more. And we don't see a body or anything like that. The next episode, that man Yasuke, she dead. They didn't even try to look for or see the body or anything of the sort. He just went for the little necklace thing. And then that's it. And I'm like, is the mom not gonna show back up? Because she was kind of badass in the beginning. Because she was fighting. She was doing better than Yasuke was In the beginning when the mercenary dude showed up.
Listen. I thought she just died after that.
No,
they said she died, so I know she's dead.
Like if any 101 dead body 101. If you do not see a body, that man ain't dead.
Plus, another gripe I have with it is like when they show up to that place, you know, Professor Xavier's home for children or whatever it is. You can't tell me that's not what it is. And the girl shows off her powers, and they're like, "The Messiah, we've been waiting for you." And I'm like, So yeah, what does that mean? And then it's just like because she has more power than the rest of them, and then like just the final fight where Yasuke gets a hole blown through him, and then she revives him. Purely Pokemon the first movie style with her tears.
Yo, yeah, man, that shit was awful. God, this shit, like, yo.
Like, what? And then, you know, you have a full-blown kaiju battle that happens with the castle. Again, for the people listening, I was also one of those people who didn't watch the trailers. So you can imagine my surprise when I watched the first episode and was immediately met with giant robots and magic, which usually like is not a bad. If that shows up in a show and I wasn't expecting it, it's usually a good sign. But going into this thinking it was going to be historical and then seeing that, I was like, oh, that's bad. That's not a good idea.
Yeah, like I said, I was expecting when I went into this blind. The only thing I saw was just the picture of it, and he was in the samurai getup, and I was expecting Black Rurouni Kenshin. What I got was Black Samurai Deeper's Kyo. That's what I got.
Well, I'm just going into this. I don't even want a good story. I just wanted some good sword fighting scenes, and I'm gonna be happy with this show. I got nothing.
So I mean, there was good sword fighting scenes.
That shit was awful.
Like, for instance, when he fought the first general chick, that was a dope fight and everything.
I didn't think it was dope. I thought it was like, yeah.
And when he wasn't, and it just. That also killed me when he was eviscerated that ninja clan when they was doing in the old ways, episode 2, and he one swing chopping. He was fatality people. That's what he was doing.
Hey, I just wanted some nice samurai fighting. I ain't get that shit at all. So
is it just me, like it feels like this show was unnecessarily gruesome at some point.
Yeah.
Like the bear girl, her death still gets me because I'm like, there was no like reason for that. There was no like, I wouldn't even call it. There was a lead up to her getting killed like that because they literally just pin her against the wall and then make sure they rip everything out of her. I'm like, that's not. It didn't even. Like shock, it's supposed to be for shock factor and maybe for emotional. Like you're supposed to be sad for her, but I was just sitting there like, why did y'all do that to her?
yeah, that shit was gruesome. Like, and then
I'm not gonna lie,
the Wiggles looked stupid doing it. I was like,
I'm not gonna lie, guys. When the little squad died, I think I dozed off because when I woke up, when I came to, I saw the castle fighting the eye spider creature thing, and the shaman was the only one alive after all of that was said and done. I was like, what happened to the other niggas? I remember the robot like sacrificing himself, and that's the only thing I remember.
The bear chick dies after that.
Yeah.
Swiftly. It wasn't even good. She didn't even go out fighting, dog. It
No.
was just awful.
And I remember the Scythe chick got shot in the head with an arrow, right?
Yeah.
So stupid. Oh my god. That's like exactly what I mean by he doesn't know how to treat his character. Because they show up and they're so cool, like they're dope the first time you see them, and then she gets taken out by an arrow to the head.
Yeah,
the robot's like, oh, she was my friend. I'm gonna go blow myself up.
Yeah, I remember that now because the way she was talking. Because during that moment, it was like a sweet moment and everything. It's like, I think I could do this with y'all for. And it was like becoming a team. And then she got headshotted, and then that was that.
And the robot was like, I'm hurt. I'm going to go blow myself up now. I'm going to go do damage that will be regenerated in 2 seconds flat, and it's not going to even seem like I made a difference. Like, what did you do that for then? And then the bear chick, you think she's going to make a difference. You think she's going to go out fighting. And she doesn't. She gets pinned to a wall and gutted like a fish. And I was like... And somehow the shaman is the only guy that lives. And luckily he gets his gold by the end of the show. So, I mean, that's character development, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, he needs to take a class in one-on-one.
Well, I will say this. On IMDb, it has a 6.2 out of 10. On Mal or My Anime List, it has a 6. But on Rotten Tomatoes, at the time of recording this, it's a 95%.
They fucking lying.
That's a lie. It is not. Ugh. Okay.
With all that being said and done, what? This thing is getting a second season? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh no, it shouldn't be. I ain't watching that shit.
Oh, okay. No, it's that was a terrible. These goddamn. Anyway, with all that being said, Noah, what are you ranking this out of 5?
I'm gonna give this shit a 0.
Oh.
I'll give it a 1. Flying Lotus, I did like the music. I did. It wasn't, the music was awesome. It was good. He is Grammy nominated, so it was great music.
Isaac.
I'll give it a 2 because the sword fighting was cool. That's it.
I was impressed by that shit.
Well, down below, tell us what you thought about YASAKE, the story of the Black Samurai.
Fucking awful.
Is it better than Afro? And is it the best samurai show you've ever seen?
Absolutely.
And all that stuff down below. If you liked us talking, just angry ranting about this show, that should have been better.
If you like this in the comment section, you're getting banned.
Oh my god. As we always say, show your attitude, you wonderful, beautiful nerd. Deuces.